Let's get it.
All right.
What's up, people? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1 or J100 or Mr. So 100 because I do it the So 100 way. And I got a very special guest in this motherfucker today, man.
You know,
I got one of my family in this motherfucker, man. Jones boy. My boy Delax Jones in the building. What's up,
Man,
Delax? What it do, bro?
Man.
Hey, man, first thing I want to do, man, is thank you for blessing me with your presence, brother. I appreciate that.
For sure.
Yeah. And
I want to thank you for inviting me, for sure.
No doubt, man. I appreciate the quick response, and we booked it, and we had to adjust it, and still got it right back booked. And here we are, we getting it done, man. Big salute to everything that you do in the look good, feel good industry, man. I just want to hit on a few things. I know originally I meant you in the music.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You had the Jones boys, you and your brother. Shout out to bro.
Right. Shout out Fleetwood.
Fleetwood, man. Big shout out to Fleetwood. Jones in the building, man. I remember that real vividly, man. Y'all doing y'all thing.
They had to be, if my math is mathing, I'm gonna say 07, 08, possibly.
Before that,
05?
It was more like
it was definitely mid 2000s.
Yeah, I would say probably 04, 05.
04, 05. Right.
Yeah.
That sound about right. Yep.
Yeah, it was like that, man.
Yeah.
So that's how long we been rocking.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So we just done transition into different fields, but we've been rocking, man. So what I want you to do, and I mean right now, I know your lane is the promoting lane.
Definitely.
That's your lane now, and what I want you to do, though, I want you to share with the people how they can tap in with you, and if whatever you have going, you know what I'm saying, I want you to share that with them so we can get that business out the way.
Okay, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying?
On all platforms, is on Facebook, it's Delax Jones. Instagram is Delax_Big Energy.
Yeah.
So you can follow me on those platforms. You'll see all the events. You'll see all the clothing brand advertisements and everything.
No doubt. Yeah. Let me hit on that. Yeah, we talk about the promotions.
Okay.
We talk about the brand. What else, man? Run the list down. I know the brand, Big Energy, man. I know the promoting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Delax, ENT, and what else you got? Because I want to hit on all cylinders out because we're going to go back and tap
most
on
definitely.
each one.
Well, of course, like you started off talking about my music background. So with that being said, I've kind of pivoted into kind of consulting, with younger artists. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take my experiences that I've been through and try to make them count for something and help some of the younger artists coming up. So,
so you taking on like the management lane or artist development?
I would say it's starting from development and consulting.
Okay.
And it, depends on how it goes. It may go into management.
Okay.
Management is, man, it's a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying? I tried it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you might not understand, but like management is, it's you damn near got to babysit, an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I have dealt with a few artists that, maybe they kind of thought they was there before they arrived.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah, so that their expectations be a little different. Yeah,
right. So I would say the consulting part is kind of more so. It ain't as hands on.
Right.
It's kind of like, shit, we go rock as much as they want to.
Yeah.
Not a situation where if I'm managing, I damn near might want it more than the artist.
You got to make it happen for them.
I got to make it happen.
Almost.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but as a consultant, you just kind of guide them on their journey.
Yeah, and I'm sharing, and then whatever business we put together off that, then that'll be that.
You build off that, yeah.
Definitely.
I can dig it. Okay, so my bad. Okay, now let's go back.
Okay.
So tapping in with you in any of those realms, you prefer social media?
Yeah, I prefer that.
Okay.
I'm on there every day, all day.
Okay.
That's how I eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Man, I really shitted a brick the other day when Facebook went out.
Oh yeah, you
You know
thought
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
over.
Bruh, I didn't know my password. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the whole like,
The
man, do
whole-
I got to start a new page?
Oh yeah.
Start from,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I know exactly what
so,
you mean.
But yeah, I eat off social media. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta be in tune. I can
Yeah,
dig.
most
Yeah.
definitely. And then not only that, I mean, just the whole engagement with people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the promotion industry, you know, what I find out about that is when social media first started, right?
Uh-huh.
I would say I probably didn't get on Facebook to '09, right?
Okay.
So when I was already throwing parties since '04, '05.
Right.
So when I got on there, the first thing I thought about was, oh shit, I ain't got to put flyers on cars no more.
Yeah.
So
The old way.
which I used to do that by myself.
We did all that.
I
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got it from the mud.
Yeah.
So when Facebook came, I was just posting flyers all day. I ain't say nothing.
Right.
And so one day, I ran to one of my partners, right? And he was like, you know, Memphis chicken. He was like, what's up, man? You a human commercial, ain't it? I said, oh, shit.
Didn't know that shit was
I didn't know that's how it was coming off like
yeah.
that, right? So then I was like, you know what? Let me interject my personality.
Okay.
Show these people that, like, I'm a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And over the years, they helped because it's a lot of people, bro, like, I run into it at one of my events.
Yeah.
And they'll hug me like they been knowing me in real life.
Because y'all been in tune off
We've
social
been
media.
interacting. We've been engaging on social media. So
Yeah.
I would say for anybody who's in any type of advertising,
Yeah.
I would say, you know, look, I think it's important to sprinkle some of your personality
In the mix.
too, because at the end of the day, people do want to be able to relate to you.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel like you
just
here
want
to
them
take.
to come to the party. Yeah.
You just here to take. You're not here to give.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here to give too.
Yeah.
I want to, if I make you laugh,
No
if
doubt.
I throw something positive out there to
Right.
make
Some
you
motivation,
think, whatever.
yeah.
Just try to balance it out.
I can dig that.
Yep.
That's a hell of a good view too to look at it like
Yeah,
that
for sure.
too, for sure. No doubt, man. That's what's up, man. Well, you know, this show is beyond the clientele.
Definitely.
So what we like to do, man, is get to know the individual, man, a little bit more beyond all of that. So we got the business out the way. Y'all know how to tap in with my guy, but let's get into a little bit more of the personal, the Delax Jones, right?
Okay.
So this is what I want you to do, man. I do
right.
What I call the impact by decade, right?
Okay.
That's how I want to start with us, because I know you're gonna take it back. What I like to do, right? I like to take an impactful moment from each decade of your life that sticks with you today, that molded you into the man you are today, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna start with that first 1 to 10, that first decade of life. You know, Lil D Jones, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I want you to go back there, share an impactful moment or two or whatever, and then we're gonna go on into 10 to 20.
I give you a couple of them from the early childhood.
Yeah.
I grew up in Orange Mound.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On Carrington, and you know, that was my first sense of having family outside of my family.
Okay.
Because the neighborhood was a family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can dig it.
You know, my friends across the street, the Titans, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was like
Ron them?
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah. I grew up across the street
Time
from
boys.
them. Yeah, I grew up right.
Guy.
Yeah, we came up from right across the street.
Man, ain't that so, man? Ron, one of my clients. I could.
Okay.
Yeah, they're one guys, man. I mess with Corey, Ron. All
come
the
on
guys,
now, you know
man.
it's 4 of them. You know
it's
what
a lot of them jokers.
Yeah,
man. I like them dudes too.
Yeah, so I grew up with them.
Okay.
Like, across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, then also at the time, my dad was a DJ.
Okay.
So what I remember is, when he set up his equipment,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at all these records and all these album covers, like, you got to think about it, like, in the average household, you might see some albums and stuff like that, but the amount and abundance of stuff I was seeing was
being
you in
a
a
DJ,
record store.
you seeing everything.
I'm seeing everything. So, my little nose ass, I'm looking through them, and so that's where my whole why I got intrigued with like music.
Okay.
Yeah, because he'll play the music. He sit me on his lap while he, and I'm just sitting here like amazed by this. I would say those two things happened from that early.
That was that. So you basically you realized what extended family was.
Yeah.
And then
it made me social.
Yeah, you became social with the extended family, and then you're introduced to something that ended up being a dream of yours that you pursued, the music.
Exactly.
Okay. Those are pretty dope, impactful moments, man. So, now you merge into your, preteen years, 10 to 20. Okay. That window where a lot of things happen. You go from middle school to high school. You go through all those changes.
Okay. So
yeah, tell me something in that window, in that decade that stuck with you, that was very impactful to you.
All right. So in that decade, I would say that's when I discovered like my creativity, as far as like I could write.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now you tapping into your skills.
Yeah.
With the music.
I was so like inspired or motivated growing up when I'm looking at the Run DMC and LL Cool J and all that. I'm talking about as a kid, I'm just sitting in front of the TV. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I don't know why, but for some reason I figured out that I could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, not only I could do it, but I saw myself doing it at a major level.
On a level.
My mama would tell you a story to this day. She saw me at 11 years old in the room practicing a Grammy speech.
Straight up.
Like, made the little podium and everything, like I'm giving my speech. So you gotta understand, in my brain, I'm
you going there.
That's my trajectory.
Yeah,
right?
You going there. You getting all the way to it.
So, I had a lot of support from them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they believed in you.
Yeah, we was, my mama would make our shirts for like talent shows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
had a little group, Fresh MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So went to doing talent shows at Sherwood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then another thing I would say during that time, that early part of the teenage years, me going to Sherwood, I was a part of a junior high fraternity, you know what I'm saying, called the IPs. And that right there showed me another level of brotherhood and
unity,
and it also showed me popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's kind of like it kind of give you that feeling of you gotta understand, as a kid, I'm already expecting to be famous, right?
Yeah, you finna be big. You doing your Grammy speech, so you already on your shit.
So during that time, I felt like it's shaping me. I didn't
preparing you for
but
it.
It's shaping me for everything that was to come.
Okay.
Later. So, and what it does is, how the saying, act like you've been here before.
Yeah.
I always had that mentality of like I'm supposed to be here.
I can dig it. I like that. I like that.
For sure.
So that with that influence and just even your own, just having your own aspiration and your own vision to get to the Grammys, and then you get to the middle school and join you said the IPs,
Yeah, international preps. Yep.
international preps. So that was almost like what you compare it to Kappa.
Definitely.
Okay,
That's a fact. Like, look, anybody who from that era, they'll tell you like it was crazy. Like, I mean, it was basically the same thing on a
Same
smaller
concept
level. Like,
on the small,
you
yeah.
get initiated, you get hazed, all
Right,
that.
right.
And I'll never forget when it was crazy because you got to understand back then there was no social media, nothing.
Right.
But
So you had to get popping.
Word still got around.
Yeah.
So that Monday after I crossed, I remember I came back to school. I'll never forget this. 2 chicks walk up behind me. So, how does it feel to be an IP now? I'm like, oh, this shit right here finna it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
so
it was fun, man.
That's what's up. So let's rewind a little bit, man. Now,
Okay.
now you're not the only child. You got siblings.
I do have siblings.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to Fleetwood again. So
Shout
how
out
many
Fleetwood.
other siblings did you have?
Shout out Fleetwood. Shout out my brother Damien.
Okay.
And my little sister Danielle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's all
us.
4 of y'all in the house
Yep.
at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's y'all all grew up together. That's what's up.
Well, I was gone when so my youngest sister just turned 32.
So you got grown before she came around.
Yeah.
I got you.
was already moving around. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yep.
So we into the early teens, and you merged. You done crossed over with the IPs, and now you head to high school.
Okay.
How was that transition for you? You know what I'm saying? How did that go?
High school transition was lit because
So
you got to
lit.
understand, I was already
There.
I was already him, right?
Yeah.
So I go to we moved from the mall.
Okay.
We moved to these apartments called Malapun. My parents had split up. My mama had to, she had to do what she had to do.
Yeah.
So during that time, I'm still doing talent shows and stuff like that. So that was the first time I actually go to a real studio.
Okay.
Like 10th grade.
All right. So okay, you're a good teenager. You about 14,
Yeah, so
15.
14, and I go to a real studio, and I'm gonna tell you one thing about it, right? You can do all the talent shows.
Yeah.
Don't nothing hit like when you hear yourself though.
Yeah.
When you hear yourself,
Play it back.
bruh, it's like, oh shit, like this can actually happen.
Yeah,
You
now
see what I'm saying?
It's, you done put it in substance, like you
Right.
can touch it now.
Right. So
In a talent show, you doing other people's stuff, or were you doing your own?
nah,
thing?
we was always doing original material.
Okay, y'all doing the original.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we was like we actually had producers, like people who was doing beats and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, and I'm actually glad you asked me this because everything you asking me is ties into what's going on now.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, fast forward, doing high school talent shows, stuff like that. Then
You hit the studio.
Yeah.
So now it get real.
Now it get real.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the studio. We make a demo. Shout out my guy, Flow 11. That's before, me and my brother got into. We had a group called Delax and Flow 11.
Okay.
We had an album called The Black Kennedys. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So we send it to the Source magazine, right? Back then, still no social media. You got to actually send your music off. Just on a humbug one day, I just sent it. It was 4 songs.
Uh-huh.
Man, bro, I got a call back from a guy in New York.
Okay.
And he was like really interested in what we was doing.
All right.
Now the problem, which at the time we didn't know was a problem, was because our music taste was so diverse, it wasn't the traditional Memphis sound.
Ah.
So it was a little uphill battle
Okay.
here.
They wasn't ready for that.
They
yet.
weren't ready.
Yeah, y'all was a little bit ahead of y'all time.
We was a little bit ahead of our time lyrically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people who did. People we were doing shows with. Shout out my guy Homicide. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Like it was a lot of people asking us for features and stuff like that because they wanted a different sound.
Right,
stuff like that. But after that, Nakia Shine, who I actually went to high school with.
Okay.
We was
Shout
cool.
out to Shine.
Shout out to Shine. We was cool in school, and we didn't see each other for a couple of years. And so my brother Fleetwood and his brother, which is Dirty Fresh.
Dirty Fresh, yeah.
They, I put them together.
Okay.
I made them a group.
All right.
So basically, I was kind of managing them.
Okay, yeah.
And I was putting the money behind their studio time.
So now you got the vision.
I got the vision. Yeah. I'm still doing my thing.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing something in them.
Yeah.
So I called Shine, was like, hey man, look, I think they got something, you know what I'm saying? Like I need you to come on in with me. You know what I'm saying?
This shit.
Yeah. So, we got together and my stuff was already
working.
Yeah. So man, we got together, man, me, him, another guy went to school with us named Lucius. Man, we started Diamond Cut Entertainment.
Diamond Cut
Entertainment, and that was kind of like the start of the music thing.
Yeah,
that
when you really was ready to take it there.
Right. And let me shout out Devin Steele too, because
big shout out.
Even before Diamond Cut, Devin was one of the first people who really believed in my group.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And because of him, we was able to perform at K97 Summer Jam.
Okay.
In like 99. You know what I'm saying?
Like
you gotta understand, for us, we went from doing talent shows to performing in front of 5,000 people at Summer Jam at Mud Island. So shout out to Devin, you know what I'm saying? That's still my guy to this day, because I never forget what he did, because he saw it. You know what I'm saying?
He saw that potential early. He said 99. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I kind of probably skipped up a little bit.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to be in tune where you was at.
Yeah. So, but as time went on, right, when I realized the artist side of it was not where I was passionate at.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I just said I put my brother group together. You know what I'm saying?
You felt that business.
I felt more passion from the business side, like the executive side,
putting
of it,
it together, making it happen.
Right.
Okay. So now you said 99, and that's why I hit on that. I came to Memphis in 2001.
Okay.
And I instantly jumped straight into the music, start buying equipment. And so by the time I met you, like I had my studio, I had my add-on the back of the house type vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had been at it probably about 3-4 years.
The same house?
The same house.
Yeah.
Which y'all came. Now, what I'm curious to know is at what point, because when I met you, you and your brother were pretty much a group.
Okay, so what happened with that is, so after Diamond Cut actually disbanded.
Okay.
We actually had put out like maybe 3 or 4 albums independently through Selecto Hits.
Okay.
During that time, bro, we had opened up for Outkast, Big Pun, Exhibit, 3-6. Man, we was
doing
Young Bloods.
Yeah.
This was the early part when Young Bloods, before they even Young Bloods, Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah.
So we actually moving around. We got some shit going on.
Yeah.
So we actually disbanded, and Nakia Shine started rap hustlers.
Yeah, he went his way.
He went his way. We went our way.
Okay.
You know, so that's how the Jones boys ended up. Because
okay.
yeah.
That was dope because I met y'all as the Jones boys.
Right.
The two brothers.
And what's crazy is I started off trying to manage him
as a
solo artist.
Okay.
Because, you know, I told you I always kind of wanted to, vision. After the artist thing, I was like, I really want to do this. And he hard as hell. I was like, man, I was a fan of my own brother. I was like, nah, bro, you got it.
You the one, yeah.
So what happened was, it was this one song he had.
Uh-huh.
I was like, nah,
bro.
I gotta get on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, and that's
I gotta get on this shot.
So when we did that,
you felt the chemistry.
We felt, and then not only that, people heard the chemistry.
Yeah.
People heard the song was like, bro, we had a song that you never. It's called Crown and Coke. And that joint was like, me and Fleet go together like Crown and Coke. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that joint was so hard. So that was a song that made people like, y'all need to be a group.
Y'all should be a group.
And it just made sense.
Yeah, of course.
Because where brothers, I'm going, where he going. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all locked in. Y'all locked in for sure.
For sure.
That's what's up, man. That's a dope ass transition, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
Most definitely. We went into the Jones boys. They was doing their thing. There was no beef. There was no no hating on what
everybody just moving.
Yeah, everybody just moved in their own direction.
No doubt. That's what's up.
Me and
man.
Shine still. I just talked to him the other day for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, he been working, man. Shine been working, man. Yeah, immediately know. That nigga immediately know.
Mm-hmm. And that's him. Like that always been his personality.
That's his thing. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Okay. All right, so tell me this, man. When did you parlay that into the promotion game?
Okay, so with that, because of the music background,
right?
I already had a relationship with the DJs.
Okay. Yeah.
Through that, Lil Larry.
And your daddy was
And my daddy was a DJ.
Yeah.
So, you know, my daddy, let me shout out my daddy, River City. Okay. For anybody who was familiar, he had Club River City in North Memphis on Jackson Avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I also had other relationships because of that. My daddy, A-Ball and MJG was the first place. Well, Club River City was the first place they ever performed it.
Okay.
They was like 16 years old.
So y'all tied to the mound, so it was only right. Yeah.
So they performed there. My relationship with Skinny Pimp to this day is through my daddy.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like this, my daddy club was in North Memphis. It's North Memphis.
That's his land, yeah.
You know, so it's love. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
So I would say that through the music of trying to, get our music played and stuff like that, I developed a relationship with the Howard Q, Superman, Spider-Man, Lil Larry, right? Yeah. So what happened was, this was crazy. Bruh, my mama, look, if the apple don't fall far from the tree was a person, it's me.
Yeah.
Think about this. My dad a DJ.
Yeah.
He owned a nightclub.
Yeah.
My mama owned a beauty salon in East Memphis, right?
Okay.
Popping right there on Night Honor. Okay. You probably know some of the barbers that used to be in
for real?
Yeah. So my mama used to throw these house parties, right?
All right.
Imagine 50 people at a house party, right?
Yeah, that was lit.
Lit. One day she told me, she said, hey, I'm going to throw a party. It was like, it used to be random. This before I started throwing parties.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to throw a party Saturday night. You can invite some of your friends too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I took it too far.
You invited all your friends.
When she said invite a few, I went crazy. Calling everybody.
It's up.
Now it's 100 people. No,
damn.
real talk.
Yeah.
So we looking around like it's like 30 people in the house. It's 70 people outside. So now it become a thing. Like, everybody like, man, when y'all go through another party?
Yeah.
So I recognized my power through that. I was like, wait a minute. You mean tell me all I gotta do is tell these people and they gonna come?
And they show up, yeah.
I said, oh, okay, I'm finna try something.
Right.
For real. It happened just like this.
Damn.
Now it's like 04.
Okay.
I rented out a clubhouse in these apartments on Winchester. They was right there at Winchester and Tullahoma.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
There was some apartments right there.
Mm-hmm.
Got the clubhouse. Boom. Made up some flyers. Put them out. Went to work.
Yeah.
Put them out. Called some people. Called cousins. Yeah. 150 people.
Easy.
First time.
Yeah. On the fly.
Birthday came up. 30th birthday.
Do it again.
200 people.
Okay.
I was like, I mean, I was bit by the bug.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured it out. I was like,
I can bring them out.
I can bring them out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how.
That's how the party.
And I had the DJs.
Okay. Yeah. You already cool. You already locked in with
so
them.
I could call the DJs that was already popping.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of. So I would say it went to like 07, 08 until I realized that this can be a real business.
Let's make a bit, yeah.
Yeah, because at first, like I said, I'm just renting out spots.
Yeah.
Social media still ain't what it is
popped
yet.
Off yet.
So it's like a if you know type thing.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't know, but the people who knew.
They showing up.
Yeah. So when social media came, I was like, oh, nah, I gotta let these folks know like this.
This shit going.
So I started Party Kings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when it became like a real business, right?
Okay.
So then I would say around 07, 08, I threw a party, right?
Mm-hmm.
I looked up, I was like, okay. Because keep in mind, I was making money.
Yeah.
But at this time, it ain't about the money.
Yeah. You ain't.
It's about the respect. It's about I need to let these folks know I'm here for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can dig it.
So I remember, I never forget, threw a party. Some guys came in I knew. Shout out Hill boy, Marcus Hill. Shout out Jay Spicer, which me and Spicer wasn't even cool yet.
Okay.
The people they was with introduced us.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, you Party Kings." I said, "Oh, you Jay Spicer."
Yeah.
We had already heard of each other, but we had never met. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
That kind of was like, that kind of started our friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
dig that.
So I would tell anybody, like, a lot of success in a lot of things is relationship driven.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you can do.
It's about that network.
It's about that network, and it's about mutual respect.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because
sure.
I mean, you have people who will use you for what you could do and may not necessarily respect you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you find like-minded people that have a mutual respect,
right,
it's kind of like the sky's the limit for what you can do.
Y'all can take it though.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Let's do this though. I want to rewind a little bit, just a little bit, because I don't know. I ain't gonna even say rewind. I just want to tap in a little bit more in the personal realm.
Okay.
Of what you had going on during this time, more personally. How at what point did you become a father?
Okay, so my first child was born in 2002.
So at this point, you how old?
Yeah.
So you out of school?
Yeah, I'm out of school.
Okay.
I'm out of
Okay.
school. Yeah, that was considered being a late bloomer.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You just
By
had
that
your
point.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You out of school. You what?
Yeah,
You 20,
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm moving around. I had my first son, and then so maybe 3-4 years after that, I ended up getting married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got
See,
married.
that's what I wanted to talk about. Them little milestones.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And was that his mom or
No,
another young lady? Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that was another young lady. So, you know, during that time, it's kind of like, you know, you feel like you're really trying to figure yourself out,
it out
as a man.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure yourself out. I'm talking about you still figuring it out spiritually, financially,
all
you know,
that,
everything.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So I did get married.
Okay.
You know, and I had my daughter, you know what I'm saying, in 2006.
Okay.
So shout out to her. The marriage didn't work.
Didn't go
but,
well. Okay.
You know, we still cool.
Right.
Everything good with that. But I would say that there were a lot of lessons learned during that entire experience of
being married.
just
being
the
a
whole
father.
being
Yeah.
a lot of those things. It grew me up. It grew me up like.
So you kind of jumped in it, not really being prepared for it, but you decided to do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think when you look at the growth and the maturity of a man, at some point you go look back at your father and your parents, and you'll try to
make decisions off of that,
off what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
Because those are the closest people that you have to really look at
as an example.
I'm not looking at the Cosby Show.
Right. You looking
that
at
ain't
real
my
life. Yeah,
you know
you looking at real life. So
Absolutely.
you wanted to basically, somewhat do what they did, but do it in a better way.
Yeah, because you know.
Because you said earlier they split up. So if you doing this, of course you don't plan on splitting up.
Exactly.
Yeah, your plan is to, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this.
Well, yeah, because you got to understand, like, even when it happened, you're of age enough to know why.
Okay, yeah, you get it.
You get it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's almost like you can only try your best to like
not do
something.
Yeah. I get it. I got you. So when you after going through that process, now your evolution as a man, you've actually, that goes under your belt as experience.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So now, where's your head at as far as the realms of manhood? Where do you go next?
You know, at that point, I'm looking at more so like self-development.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now it's like you got to step up to the plate as just straight manhood.
Yeah, definitely. Like looking at like your experiences, like, you know, what you've done, what you could have done better.
Yeah,
or,
for sure.
You know, sometimes, you know, looking in that mirror, you don't like what you see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But I was in a position where I was willing to face the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And look at, you know, look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So in that situation, did you say you had made mistakes? Like you had,
absolutely.
Yeah. So did you come down hard on yourself, or did you just say, let me make these adjustments?
Well, no, I didn't. If we being totally honest, I wasn't all the way at the phase of accountability.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
I was more so well, this happened because this happened.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
this would have
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
This
If you would have did this, I would have did that type vibe.
I
Okay.
was more so in that phase.
I get it. I get it.
So that was I had to grow into the accountability part.
Right.
I wasn't there yet, like immediately.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that. That's a dope understanding though.
Yeah.
To have of yourself, you know where you at, but you still ain't claiming that. It's like I still don't have a problem, but I know what happened though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom. Now of course, that I'm sure a turning point came about, but during this time, you still pursuing the promotion.
Never stopped.
Never stop.
I'm very passionate about what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And if we want to be completely honest,
it got to be.
While we're here, right,
man, we being so 100.
If we're being so 100, the nightlife business is extremely hard to maintain a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
it is. Going back to my pops, right?
Okay.
Who had a nightclub.
Yeah.
And who was that guy?
Yeah, he one of them guys.
He was one of them. One of them ones.
Yeah. Which
he he saw what he been through. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he knew what came with it.
Yeah.
And he would kind of be like, it ain't gonna happen for you as long as you doing it.
Okay.
It ain't gonna. So,
because he understood where he went wrong. Yeah.
He understood what came with it.
What come with that? Yeah. It's hard to maintain when that. Yeah.
Me being me, have my own brain. I never really want to buy into it ain't gonna happen just because. But
that was you. It's not me.
At the same time, I wasn't naive enough to not understand what he mean because
right. You knew exactly what he was saying.
I get it. That the business is as you go over time,
right?
You start to it's fun, you know what I'm saying? But at first, it's just fun. As you grow, it becomes more business.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of disregard the fun, like it ain't about having fun, because you got. That's the only way you can maintain it as a business, because you can't always bank on the fun.
And I'll be honest, like during those times, I would meet people, women who would straight out say, "Hey, I can't deal with a promoter."
Yeah.
I always respected it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Instead of putting me through
it
the
ain't
ringer.
for everybody. It ain't for everybody. And the truth of the matter is, everybody individuals. So
right.
I think that's with any profession. You know what I'm saying? Any profession, a lot of the skepticism about that profession, a lot of it
everybody.
And a lot of it is true.
True.
Some of it ain't.
You
know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it no different.
Yeah, it ain't no bad thing. Yeah, I can dig it. Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, going through those situations,
right,
and looking at it more of a business approach is what allowed me to have the trajectory, you know what I'm saying, that I'm on now. So
now you understand, and you've just basically clarified it with yourself that this is how it's gonna be. Yeah. And I'm gonna be doing this. So as a man, you evolve into that realm where you like, ain't no need in me trying to be what she talking about. Whatever this woman may expect of me, I have to maintain who I am and what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, and let's not even just, and I would say that goes around the board, even friendships. You know what I'm saying? Because, you might have, friendships or homeboys that's not their thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, sometimes y'all may not as kick it as much because
He don't.
you
He
trying
don't.
to,
Yeah.
you trying
You
to
trying to get your business going,
Right.
and he ain't on that.
yeah, and so I mean, it got to be respected, across the
Yeah.
board. Like, I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier, the mutual respect.
For sure.
Like if that ain't your thing, bro, I respect
I understand
it.
it.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So we leading on up, right? We leading up into them decades, man.
Okay.
What and obviously you've came to the conclusion in your mind that you're preparing yourself to be a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
And you're approaching your vision like such. So now you merge into your 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're taking Party Kings to another level. What obstacles did you run into during that phase of transitioning into being disciplined enough to approach it as a business? But what obstacles did you still have to deal with?
Okay. So one of the most valuable lessons I learned during that time period is, one thing I always knew was that I was never gonna be able to do it by myself. I always knew that.
Okay.
Coming up early in the 2010 era,
Yeah.
I brought my brothers Fleetwood and Damien in. We were Party Kings. I was
Okay.
like, I want them to be a part of it too.
Yeah.
So I was always trying to build and add on and stuff like that. And sometimes what you kind of feel like, well, who's ever around me all the time, that's who
It should fit.
it should fit, right?
Yeah.
But what I learned from that is everybody's passion is not your passion.
Yeah.
Like they not go look at it the same way you looking at it. You know what I'm
It's still
saying?
your idea,
It's
your
still
vision.
my idea, and maintaining friendships has always been first and foremost with me.
I can do.
Like if we value each other as friends,
Yeah.
like, all right, let's we gonna keep this,
Yeah.
or we gonna figure it out on this end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can dig that.
So, and a lot of times, I would say this just like with anybody, right? A lot of times, if you keep going, right? You keep going, the people that that's meant to be there for like the longevity of it,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know
the
what I'm
other
saying?
ones will just fall off. Yeah, slowly.
Yeah,
but surely.
and still my guys love them.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
didn't.
still love, yeah.
That part didn't work.
I totally
with
get it.
other people that I had brought in. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that a big part of Party King's success in the early 2010, 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
I want to shout out my guy, my brother Fred, and my guy Hot Rod.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to shout them out because, we took it to a whole nother level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We was at Ice Bar.
Yeah.
And we had Saturday nights at Ice Bar, and we took it to a whole nother level. So that era right there cannot be forgotten because, it was a big piece. It was a big piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
remember
saying?
Ice Bar. I remember being
it
in
was
the
a big
building.
piece of
Yeah.
the puzzle. And then during that time, I had linked up with Moody Inc. with the firm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing events with them.
Yeah.
And it's everything is really just graduating to like next levels.
Next level.
You know what I'm
Every
saying?
time.
So you building these relationships, goes back to the networking that we was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm able to, feed off their crowd.
Yeah.
They feeding off my crowd. You know what I'm saying?
It's working. Yeah, y'all working together.
Right. And speaking of Ice Bar, two of my closest friends, Jay Spice and B Hall, I came up with the idea to put all us together
Okay.
and do a day party.
Yeah.
So I linked up with B Hall, DJ Exclusive, Jay Spicer. We started a day party called the Bar Exam.
The bar exam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it jumped off.
Dig that.
So when I look back at things like that and to see the relationship that we all maintain 10 years later,
10 years later.
bruh, it's like, it's dope.
It's dope. That's a dope
sure.
situation, man. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So in this process, I know you, just knowing you personally, you had a few more kids.
No, I had
One more or two more?
I only had two.
You only had two?
Yep.
Man, I don't know why I gave you about 3, 4 kids, man. I had Jones, boy, the shit
It's
at
not
you,
me.
boy.
Actually, I don't know. Fleetwood got 3.
I don't know why I gave you about 4 for some reason.
I actually have 2 in a step.
Okay.
Well, I ain't gonna even call her step.
Yeah,
That's
I get it.
my
I
baby
get it.
too.
I get it.
But I'm saying she was in the picture
Already.
before. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. I
Nah,
probably probably saw you wishing them a happy birthday a couple
Yeah,
different
yeah.
times. They look different, so I'm thinking, dang, these ladies got this
Nah,
another
they
birthday.
just
So you just
growing,
got 2.
They just growing up.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. Well, 3. We ain't taking
I
baby
got
girl
3.
out.
I
Dig
got 3.
that.
I got 3.
That's what's up, man. Okay. I don't know why, man. That's crazy. You know, yeah, that's crazy. But I be
Put it like this: however many you giving me, I feel like I done paid for them. Just from the ones I got.
Damn right.
Let's just say that.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. So the ones you do have cost.
Right.
Goddamn,
Exactly.
Yeah, they cost for sure. That's what's up, bro. Okay, so man, I know that leads us probably up to where we link back up again.
Okay.
Y'all had a great situation going, man, and I was blessed to be a part of that situation,
most
man.
definitely.
Y'all had the squad.
Man, let me talk about the squad.
Talk about the squad, man. But let me say this.
Okay.
I can say that formula was a genius idea. The way that y'all can't put that together and just kind of made a conglomerate of strangers.
Had never been done.
Yeah.
Let's be.
I'm with you, but
I want to go
was
on record,
genius.
on camera,
Nobody had done
to
that.
say this had never been done before.
I had never seen it before in my life.
And I'll go on record to say that I'm not sure if it can happen again.
Nah,
Because it was a lightning strikes in a bottle type situation.
yeah.
First of all, I don't know if you know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was a earlier version of the squad.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So shout out to my boy Jay Spicer, because the first squad started in 2015.
Okay.
So basically what it was it was way smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It was maybe 6-7 people.
All
But
right.
these were all Whitehaven. These his people
Okay.
from Black Haven that that he brought in to be a part. Shout out V Spot. Shout out MC. Shout out Nino, Fat Terry, Lance, Ace.
Excuse me. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but because me and him was already rocking, I was automatically a part of that
Part
too.
of that. Yeah.
So that's how we jumped out Prohibition Lounge.
Okay.
When Prohibition moved to East Memphis in 2015, we had Friday nights.
Yeah.
So shout out to Pat Newman, shout out to Nick, shout out to the whole Prohibition. Like,
yeah, big shout.
that era right there was a major part in us building everything that came after.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So when Prohibition ended, they actually had shut down for a while.
Yep, I remember that.
And I think maybe about a year. I can't remember exactly how long, but that kind of gave us the opportunity to find something else.
Yeah.
So after that, I told Spice, I was like, man, look, it's a new spot about to open called Truth.
Yeah.
You know, my boy Spicer, he really ain't big on like East Memphis. You know, he
Okay.
downtown. He
Yeah.
you know, he like that. He wasn't sure. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Not because of Truth wasn't even open yet.
Yeah, wasn't he?
It just was
Out, yeah.
he wasn't sure about East Memphis,
The location. Yeah.
So I was like, hey bro, you know, let's go holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we went and we made a deal. Shout out Chris Dunn.
Yeah.
We made a deal with Chris Dunn. We got the Fridays, right?
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, to give Spicer his credit, you know, he said, hey man, look, we do this, like we have to do something different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we had several meetings, you know what I'm saying, about how we gonna do this.
How you gonna do it, yeah.
And we said, man, we're gonna bring the squad back. But this time, like, no promoters. Like nobody.
That shit was genius.
You know what I'm saying?
So just influencers, you could say.
Yeah.
That was genius, bro.
Yeah.
That was genius. And I just remember coming
and
on.
shout out to you because you one of the people I brought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
you hollered at.
Shout out to Sean Anderson.
Yeah.
He's somebody that I brought.
Yeah.
Which ironically, he owns
the owner of the club.
We started.
Yeah.
So shout out to Echelon too.
Yeah, big shout out to everybody from the squad, man.
Yeah. So I just want to say, bro, like
that was genius, though.
You know, the squad was. We made history because, like, we turned Truth up.
We
turned
it up
ASAP.
We turned
like
it up.
600, 700, 800 people.
Yeah, we turned
a
Truth
week.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
It was a pleasure being a part of that. When I came on board, like I said, the idea, once you spilled it to me, it was like, I was like, damn, that's dope. Yeah, I'm in. I remember jumping in, and I remember meeting so many good people, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of just made me see, you know, it made me, you kind of introduced me to that lane of promote because I was doing me and I would throw my own thing, you know what I'm saying, my own birthday, and I had my brand moving, but it definitely enlightened me and gave me some game. I learned a lot from y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I really, I salute y'all on that. That was a genius idea, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to piggyback off just that, what I learned from y'all, and did my own thing a little bit with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I salute y'all on that for sure, man. That was a genius compilation of people. It was like, how y'all done
yeah,
it? Yeah, like,
man.
Damn, that shit dope.
Bro, it was. I'm finna tell you what's crazy, though, about that, too, is if you really think about it, right, for me, like, when we started at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about the junior high frat and all that, right?
Yeah.
You got to understand, like, the mentality of an organization
was part of you.
Was already there.
Yeah.
I was the one, like, we need T-shirts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I wanted when those 600 people coming there, I wanted them to know. Not saying that wasn't the first time we done T-shirts.
No, I'm with
you. But what I'm saying is, like, me and Spicer together, our mentality was branding.
Yeah,
like, we want everybody to know who's a part of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of people didn't know, like, a lot of people got paid, like, from the squad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about a lot of money. Like, people... Because the way we had the system set up was, you know,
about how you bring,
so the thing about it was never nothing selfish about it.
Yeah. It was just
an opportunity.
Free reign. Yeah, it was definitely an opportunity. I think I got
we wanted people to use the squad platform to establish whatever else you got going.
It definitely, man, I can say that I definitely adopted the network that came with it.
Yeah.
and you know, acquire some friends out of it.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was just
It's people
it was
that
genius,
you didn't
man.
know before then, but people you will never forget.
Never forget. Yeah, man. It just made me think, man. Shout out to my boy Big D, man. Rest in
Man,
peace,
rest
my
in peace,
boy.
Big D. I was just thinking it.
Yeah, that right there, man.
And shout out to the whole squad.
The
Everybody.
whole
It was
squad,
too
for
many of
sure.
y'all to name.
Yeah, we name. We'll be all day.
Yeah,
we need another show.
but
Matter of
shout out
fact,
to the
I'm gonna have a lot of y'all on this.
Shout out to the
joint.
squad, though.
Yeah, a lot of them coming on, man. Trust and believe that. That was a dope situation, man. I really liked how y'all done it. It was. I just thought it was genius.
Yeah, it was.
I never saw it.
It was a
done.
perfect storm because
Yeah,
that you got to understand also the opportunity for Classic Souls
came into play from that. It did.
So, and a lot of people still getting money from Classic Souls too.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's like, you know, you have to look at those situations as just a ladder to everything else.
Definitely.
You know, because after that, I mean, shout out to Lim. We was able to do Indulge.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of things that was in play.
Yeah.
You know, to everything that's going on now, which I'm gonna let you do your job and get to that. But you know,
it's dope. It's dope, man, for sure. Well, look, man, I want to get a little bit more personal again with you, man. I want to talk about some things that, well, I ain't gonna even say things. I want to see what a few words mean to you, right?
okay.
Man, we're going to start with the word humble, man. When you talk about humble, man, tell me what humble means to you and how it plays a part in your life.
Humble for me, to be honest, I almost feel like if you open the dictionary and look up humble, I think you see Delax.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I think everybody who has ever met me can vouch for that.
Uh-huh.
I don't think nobody can say anything different. I think that I'm always the last to know.
Okay.
When it comes to if I'm, you know, popping or if I'm who knows me or I'm always the last to know. I think I'm very oblivious to a lot of things. I mean, I've heard some wild stories.
Yeah.
I've heard, you know, shout out to my guy Vito. It's Salt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He told me, you know, he was on a cruise.
Uh-huh.
And he ran into somebody, and they was like, you know, Delax, you know, this and that. So it's little things like that. I got a cousin in Houston who told me that people report back to him, like, my bro, your cousin, this and that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm always the last to know. I don't move in
to be glorified. Or whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
It just the word get out there and it just
Yeah.
You had no part in it. It just is out there.
Yeah, like I'll never know. So
that's dope.
I would say for me, that's what being humble means to me.
Yeah. I can dig it. All right, man, we're gonna tap into another word, man. And I'm gonna speak on two, but we're gonna do one at a time because I like to separate them. Loyalty and respect, right?
Yeah.
And I separate them because I feel like you have to have a relationship to establish loyalty in some type dynamic.
Okay.
To be loyal to someone, we have to have some platform to agree on and have those expectations. But with respect, you can walk in the door with that and don't know me at all.
Okay.
So that's why I separate them. So we're going to start with respect, man. So respect, what is it?
Is I think it's earned.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to walk in the room with it, or
you don't.
You don't.
You don't have to walk in.
So you can just walk in neutral.
You can walk in. Let me.
And I mean giving it. I mean walk in giving it. Now I'm not saying walk in receiving.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm going to mutually respect everybody,
Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
Regardless.
So that's like autopilot. You walk
Autopilot.
in on autopilot.
Mutually
like,
respect.
Yeah, I'm never walking in on no disrespectful
Right.
shit. Yeah.
All right. So, I would say that I just feel like respect is earned.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like, I respect you if we have if we have an engagement or interaction that's mutually respectable.
Okay. I
respect you.
Yeah.
And guess what? The next time I see you,
It's respect.
I respect you.
Yeah.
And it can go on and on.
Yeah, constantly building on the same
until
grounds of respect.
Or unless it becomes not respectable.
Yeah, you show me otherwise.
Yeah, until you show me otherwise.
No doubt. I can dig that.
Yeah.
All right, so okay. When you say loyalty, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said, that's different because loyalty comes with some aspect of a relationship.
Okay.
Because you can't be loyal to a stranger. You see what I'm saying? So you have to have something, you know what I'm saying, to be loyal to. Y'all have to have a dynamic established.
First, J1, first you have to be loyal to yourself.
For sure.
And this is what I mean by that.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by that. If you showing me love and respect,
Right.
every time you see me,
Yeah.
that's my boy. It's Lex.
Yeah.
John boy.
For
Right?
sure. For sure.
Okay. But if you're in the room with someone else and they say something negative towards me,
Right.
and you ride with it,
Yeah.
you're no longer loyal.
Disloyal as hell. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
What happened to the Jones boy? What happened to that? Yeah.
You know, whatever.
So your loyalty applies outside of your presence.
Yes.
More
That's
so.
what's loyal to me.
Yeah.
What's happening when I'm not around.
outside of your presence.
That's what matters
I totally
to me.
get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the true loyalty.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I agree with that too.
If I know that you first of all, whatever the situation is, right? You may not even know nothing about it.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta agree or disagree.
Yeah.
But what you're not gonna do is
Entertain
it
and participate.
and participate.
Yeah, I'm with it.
That's
I'm
it.
with you. Yeah. Because it may be something that I don't have nothing about
you
it.
don't even know nothing
so
about
I can't jump in and just straight defend you because I wasn't a part of the situation.
Exactly. So
but
yes.
I can say, who you? Oh no, I ain't even part of that shit. Y'all do what y'all do. I ain't in
That's
on
it.
that. I can respect that.
That's a form of loyalty.
It is, and I think that is more reasonable than to be, like you said, to be the person. Say you my guy. As far as our relationship, you flawless. But I can't walk in the room and say, "Oh no, don't you say that about him?" Because y'all relationship was different,
Right.
and it's separate,
Right.
So I can respect that to say, well, shit, I ain't finna get with y'all on that. He's still my guy, so I'm gonna remove myself.
That's loyalty.
That's
to me.
loyal. That's real
loyal.
loyalty right there.
Because
yeah.
that's why I say you gotta be loyal to yourself first.
For sure.
Because you being loyal to you.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about our relationship.
Yeah.
But you being loyal to yourself first.
By
to
not
say,
participating in that whatever they rounding up,
Yeah.
and they're not even knowing the whole situation. You probably did Delax wrong. You know what I'm saying? So why would I? And now you got a problem with him, but I don't know the whole history.
Right.
So I can't defend him, but I can stand on what me and him
Right,
got.
right.
That's loyal. I
And
feel that.
that's all I would expect.
Exactly. Like, you ain't gotta defend me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta defend my honor. Just defend what me and you
And
are.
even that right there, there's degrees to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would expect that from you
Yeah.
versus maybe someone else that I would expect to go a little further.
Right.
based on-
Of course,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That y'all history together,
Yeah,
whatever, yeah.
yeah.
So it's safe to say, like, you know, like in a situation like you said, like that, to where I can be, you know, the motherfucker might have been like, man, J1 was there, but he left. And you be like, shit, that's what he should have did. He ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You can respectfully say that and be like, it ain't no big deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you wouldn't hold that against me. But now, like you said, rewind or put it in another, put somebody else in the room that knows these situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He
And
should be able to stand in and say, oh, whoa, nah, y'all can't do it like that because this is what really happened. Now, I might not be able to say that, but I can say I ain't in on that shit.
Right.
He's still my nigga.
Yeah.
And that's it's crazy.
Absolutely.
That's how I operate, bro. I'm one of them type of niggas like, I know everybody may have their thing, right? But a nigga can't come, me and you been solid. We don't have no flaws on our relationship. So it's no way nobody can walk in and be like, you fuck with Delax? Oh man, that nigga did. I really don't care what Delax did to you, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person to where you can't sway me based off whatever y'all had. If me and him been solid, we gonna stay solid. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I can't really switch that up based off your loyalty with them. And if me and you solid, we still good.
But you know that's rare though.
Yeah, that's
like,
rare.
Everybody ain't like you.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep it what it is. Like it's a lot of dick riders.
Yeah, some nigga jump on board.
Let's go kiki with the nigga who.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who talking about?
Trust me,
I know. Nigga, you kikiing with this nigga. You ain't try to stay neutral. You ain't try to say, hey man, not too much on my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Man. You ain't try to say shit. It. So that's not loyal.
Very disloyal.
Now, check this out. Even with that, I do think that going back to the respect thing, right? I think now it kind of ties in because now you've shown in the moment where you had the chance to show your loyalty. Yeah, that's a form of disrespect
for sure. Also. For sure, yeah. Now,
you see what I'm saying?
Now, they definitely support one another.
Yeah,
they just don't go together, but they automatic when they you know.
Nah, because you might respect what I do.
Yeah,
you might respect me
your
as
hustle and everything.
Entrepreneur as the hustle.
Yeah,
right. You might respect it.
Yeah, but that don't mean you loyal to me at the same time. Thanks. I'm with you. Yeah, that's real shit, man. So. I can really say that I can relate to that because, like I said, being a individual that's not originally from Memphis, you know, moving here, coming here, you know, being from Illinois and establishing relationships. A lot of people don't even know that though. Yeah,
like you establish yourself so much to a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah, until we talk, they be like, "Damn, what school you go?" And I be like, "I ain't even."
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
Bro, you planted your flag.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to tell you that, though.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. And I just hit the ground running when I came. I didn't even know. I learned Memphis culture being in Memphis. I didn't know how it was going to go. I just came as me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the music and then the barbering, all that shit just merged together to the promoting. But I maintained who I was in that whole process. But it's crazy because being that, I've been in those circumstances to where I know this brother, me and him good. And then I know you and you and him ain't. Man, and I done had a nigga say like, mess around and be like, hey man, I don't fuck woo. And I'll be like, I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I can say is over time, both of them individuals respect me to the extent where they already know what it is. Like shit, you know, you can't hold me to that fire or whatever y'all got going. You know I ain't got no part in that. That's my nigga, and I'm still rocking with him. It ain't we ain't gonna sway about that. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to be able to maintain that because, like you said, it's a lot of niggas that'll jump team for team, and you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with him because he don't fuck with him. I don't like that shit. I don't like
bro, you like So 100 is I don't want to jump the gun because I know we're gonna get to the brands.
Nah,
but
I'm with you.
I just want to say that
I'm with you, bro.
it's,
We flowing.
It makes sense because you bro, you one of them people nobody has nothing bad to say about.
Yeah.
And the people who got something bad to say, they ain't saying it out loud.
Yeah,
Let's just say it. Because I feel like it's the same with me.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers got something to say.
Right.
They ain't saying it out loud.
Don't nobody hear it.
Don't nobody hear it.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself, my nigga.
Hey, I appreciate
You know what I'm saying?
that, bro.
But
I appreciate that.
that's why we relate.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, bro, there are people, and I want everybody to understand this, right? Everybody who watches, right?
Yeah.
You know, this shit is real to where there are some people who just not gonna like you because they don't understand.
Oh yeah.
How is he doing this shit?
Yeah.
How is he making this shit look good? How is this nigga constantly? This nigga fresh. This nigga got his own barbershop. This nigga got his own pocket. This nigga got a wife. Like he doing his thing. Like he. There are some people who just don't like what they don't understand.
Yeah.
Might not never say it out loud.
I'm with you.
But they really
bothered
bothered.
Yeah. I get it,
What is
bro.
it? What is he doing? What he doing different that
and
I'm
it's
not
crazy that I ain't doing nothing but just being myself. I'm just doing what I'm set here to do, bro. And you know what's another ironic thing about it is a lot of people don't even know my story. They don't even know, bro. They don't know
how deep it gets.
Yeah, they don't know I came here as a widowed 24-year-old father with 4 kids. They don't even know that. That's what I came to Memphis as. 24 years old, fresh out the military. Wife just died.
Basically.
Yeah,
I'm
still
a baby at 24.
And got 4 daughters that I'm so totally responsible for.
Boy, you doing a lot of fucking early.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was a teenage father, bro. That's why I gave you something.
Yeah.
I probably gave you something. You with me?
Nah, it's just you.
It's just me.
It's just you.
Man, I'm talking about, bro. By the time I was on my way into the Army, at 20 years old, bro, I had 2 and 2 on the way then, and then I ended up having
military,
2 more.
They never taught you to pull out.
Well, I had already had 4 before I got there.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? Left when I left for the Army. I had 2 daughters already. I had one at 16, one at 18, and I had 2 females pregnant at the time. Shout out to all of my baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get in the Army, they send me to
Beautiful
Germany.
Daughters, by the way.
Lovely, yeah. I love them, man. And they really a part of who I am. Mm-hmm. And that's why that's what I'm saying right there. Like, a nigga really don't know that's my glory. My man, stepping up to the plate of being a father.
Yeah.
You just see me grinding and trying to make something happen, but that's my true glory right there.
That's your legacy.
That's my greatest accomplishment, man.
It's already
that shit
stamped
in stone, man.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to keep doing something.
Yeah.
That's my legacy, to be a father that stepped up under those circumstances and actually raised my kids. You know what I'm saying? That was the power for me. All this shit is just extra shit I'm trying, dipping into it, trying.
Yeah.
But that right there is my true glory, man.
But that's why though.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's why you successful though.
Yeah. That shit all come full circle.
And I can tell you that because there's, I have regrets personally.
I dig it.
From me, spending more time with my kids at a certain point.
Yeah. We
figured it out.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there was a time when I'm trying to figure it out. I'm a Libra. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like.
Tell me what that, that comes with the
Libra.
Okay, they got the scale.
It's like, it's, we always searching for balance. Always.
Yeah.
And sometimes, bruh, I should be like, you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. But we don't feel good about it. You see what I'm saying? It might be like this.
You want to balance it so bad though, yeah.
So, so I feel like because that was your, your foundation,
yeah,
it kind of it gave you the leeway.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be honest. When my kids straight, the I don't give a fuck what happened. The rest of my day, I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
Once they straight,
everything
I'm good.
else don't matter.
Everything else,
that's real.
And guess what? It works the opposite way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
the universe line up like that.
Yep.
The universe line up like
I get
that.
it. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I be always like, man. Mo, just don't know, man. I went through, man, tragedy, man, to reach this triumph. Like it really was a hard time.
And you got to deal with that as a young mind. Like your mind ain't even fully developed yet.
Yeah, even though I started young, but I'm still not. I can't say, oh yeah, I'm ready for all of that. No, that shit I was brand new to that. Yeah, I had custody of 4. I had 5 at the time, but I had custody of 4 because 3 of them was with my wife who passed away. And my other daughter's mom, just because she knew me and knew I was stable and the type of parent I was, she let my other daughter just come on with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot too. She just knew that I had went off to the military, and mind you, we had the baby. I'm gone the whole time. My baby that with her is 3 years old when I decided to get out of the military. But now I'm coming to Memphis. She looking at her life and looking at mine, and she like, yeah, you can go with your daddy. Yeah.
Right.
Because I know she knew what type of guy I was, and she knew I was finna go hard for my kids. You know what I'm saying? So she let her come be a part of that. So boom, ironic, crazy shit though. A year to the date that I buried my wife, and decided to get out the military and come to Memphis, right? Bam, that same year, 01, my other daughter, that daughter's mom, died in a house fire, bro.
Oh.
So I got 3 that I just lost last year in 2000. They mama died of cancer November 1st, 2000. Her funeral November 10th, 2000. A year to the date I buried her, November 10th, I get a call that morning. My other daughter mom done died in the house fire, bro. Man, you talking about crazy.
Bro, this like a movie. Like this ain't even.
That's why I always be like, when I'm on my mission and I'm on my grind and I celebrate me, I go through those moments and shit. Man, mother just don't even be knowing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
like this ain't even this not you just I just want to turn up. Like
this is a celebration of life, man. This shit been for real for me. And mind you, when you came to my studio, my kids in the house, I came to Memphis, bought the house and everything to have that foundation. So when I was pursuing my music dream, they always was my priority. That's a good reason why I probably wasn't able to get all the way in. Because I had opportunities that came about, but because of my kids, I can't be there.
Because you had linked up with LC and all them.
I got work. I got work with them guys.
Shout out to LC.
Shout out to all, man. I just had him on. He come. He'll be on. I don't know when it's gonna air, but he on deck. You know, I end up tapping in with so many good people, man, and I got in the loop. I mean, I met you. Shit, you was in the loop.
Yeah.
So just that era and that time, although I was able to spread my wings in the city, I couldn't expand because I literally was a single parent, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
so when did you get to the point where you was like, okay, on the social scene, like, all right, I'm outside now, to where I'm outside, like people seeing me, you know, like
when did I get to that point?
The Max, like shout out to David,
Mac, big shout out to them.
Like them was the people who was in the game early, like when I started.
Now I'm gonna tell you that when I The music tapped me into the streets and of course the music scene.
Okay.
But I think barbering is what tapped me into that network of people like David.
The social scene. Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, big shout out to my best friend Carmen Davis, man. I don't know if you know Carmen. You familiar with Carmen?
Yeah.
Light skinned.
Yeah.
That is my best friend, right?
Okay. So, first time I ever met her,
Okay.
Silver Spoon Karaoke.
Okay, yeah, that's her line. Yeah.
Got up there and killed it. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah,
So
now that's
how
my
I know
best
who you talking
friend.
about. Okay,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's my best friend. Me and Carmen, we became friends like I got her in 01. It's probably 02.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been that's my friend right there. That's whenever you talk
She
about.
was kind of like the one who kind of started like introducing you to other
She
people.
introduced me. Okay, like I was saying, the music merged me into the streets and the music. So
Yeah.
that's how I established that network, and I got to get acquainted with a lot of street guys and people connected in that realm.
Producing and
But
recording.
Carmen introduced me to Ken Mack, David Mack.
Mm-hmm.
She introduced me to them people. That was like hanging with Carmen. She took me into a different element. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was in tune with the rap scene and that underground scene and a few of the hood spots. Of course, I was going to like Level 2, Denim and Diamond. I was going to that Pure Passion. So I was in that loop. But Carmen took me into that other realm of people.
That's why I was asking you, because
Yeah.
I remember we met, right?
Uh-huh.
Then I started seeing you at Silver Spoon.
Yeah.
And like, it was always love when we see this. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Because at first, when we met, we didn't know each other.
Right.
But then we was like, oh.
When we crossed
we
up
outside.
again. We outside now, yeah.
Okay.
And I can say this too. Being a barber, okay, it was Carmen for sure, how I met the people.
Mm-hmm.
But then being a barber, right, I was at Heads Up. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Heads Up.
Yeah.
I was over there, and then
Shout
I was
out
at the Cut. Big shout out to Sonya. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then I came to Styles, which was Wook Shop next to a Silver Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, at this point, I've met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife was a Memphian, and she was,
Right,
out of the
right.
scene. So now me and her done started kicking it too. I actually was with Carmen when I met her. I was at a party with Carmen when I met her. You know what I'm saying?
So I know this story. Right?
Yeah. She chose
your wife
on
told
me.
she told me the story. Like,
yeah. So I was at my boy Club Mark. Shout out to Club Mark, man. We was at one of his house gatherings.
Yeah.
And I was there with Carmen, which I wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Carmen. That was her element. So every time she was going somewhere, she always invited me. So I'm there, and that's why I meet my wife. Now my wife already know everybody pretty much because she's a Memphian. She know these people, and she's already out there. So now I start working at Wook Shop.
Mm-hmm.
So not only am I already out, but now I'm getting acquainted with a lot of owners in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I establish more of a relationship. I met these people.
Yeah.
But now I'm establishing relationships.
Okay.
And that's the J1 you get now and the J1 you ran across in that element.
Okay.
That's how that shit, and it's crazy that you asked me that because I really never put it all together.
I always,
it just kind of came together organically for me. But now that you asked, for you to know me from that element to then like, damn, that nigga moving and good.
And the reason I asked you, because it happened the same way for me, basically.
Yeah.
Like, think about this, right? If I'm in music, right?
Yeah.
I'm in music. That's my thing.
That's your lane.
Devin Steele.
Right.
My guy, right?
And he know.
Devin is Devin, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that was a easy transition for me because by that time he was already PD.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He programmed the direct
and
over there.
early in the whole rap thing, like it was never an official title, but he was basically my manager.
Right.
Cause he put me in. He the first person to put me in the studio.
Yeah.
First person to get me these shows.
Okay.
So it's always gonna be love, like
I
for
I
dude.
can
Like
dig it. I
we,
can
you
dig it.
know,
But he
like,
was like your connection to all of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah,
That's dope.
absolutely,
That's dope,
absolutely.
man. That's some crazy shit. But yeah, man, that's how I transitioned into it. And like you said, the Max, all them guys, they became my partners, man. I really, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with them folks, and the same person that you know me as, that's how they see me. Like, dude, just stand up
Facts.
guy. I don't have I never had a bad experience with them. You know, I ain't never rubbed them the wrong way. I maintain who I am. I stand on that, and I really can say I think too. Once marrying my wife, it's funny that because she talks about how a lot of people she knew that was really kind of her friend. They just became my people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like she was like, this man taking all the friends and comfort them type shit. You know, we joke about that. Like, these people became my people. You know what I'm saying? And we
Right.
locked in, so it's dope, man. But I know that even like you saying, I watch you. Well, we cross paths in the rap, and then to come back around and like you say, they go Delax, John boy. You know what I'm saying? We already know what it is,
and
to see you in a whole nother lane,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, I kicked the brand off, still being a barber.
Yep.
And that kind of catapulted me a little bit too, because that was my first time going for something that was all me.
Yeah, and you were the second person that I had ever purchased a local, like, a brand from that was like
In the city,
black
logo,
in the
yeah.
city.
Yeah.
My boy King Santana,
Big shout out
he
to
was the
King.
first person. Shout
yeah,
out,
he been
man,
working.
shout out my boy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that boy been working.
He, you know, he was real instrumental early, like when I was first starting to inquire about this. You know what I'm saying?
He was your first go-to guy. Yeah, because he
definitely.
been working. He been working.
You know what I'm saying? And then I purchased from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing was like, I wanted to support because I felt like this was even before I knew I wanted to go into it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You know, I really wanted to support because I was just motivated by the fact that from your passion, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, my brother, like, man, he repping this shit. Like,
I read.
then I'm seeing other people repping it, and you know what I'm saying? So I knew, I recognized what that was when I saw it.
I appreciate that, bro. That was a and I want to shout out right now. I got to shout out Beanie, man, from Baseball Rich.
Yeah.
Beanie was my inspiration. Now.
Shout out Beanie. Shout out Ralph.
Shout out to Beanie and Ralph, man. Baseball Rich was my first. I didn't know King Santana then. I didn't know King Apparel at all then, right? Beanie and them was the first people I saw pushing a brand like that.
Yep.
Straight on the streets. And I knew it existed, but now this is a person that I'm acquainted with. And he probably don't even remember this conversation, but and then he probably do though. Me and Beanie was talking. And I was just kind of like, I was just, you know, intrigued by how he was doing his thing. And he was like, man, you know, this so 100 a brand. You can, you know what I'm saying? Like that's basically what he was on. No salary cap, Baseball Rich.
Yeah.
So he took off with it. So when he told me that lit a fire under me, bro. I literally started with, you know, shout out my boy Ace Boone Cole, man. Ace Flynn, man. Larry Flynn. Shout out to my boy Ace, right? He was my first person I started doing business with as far as pressing shirts. And I started
Who created the logo?
I created all that. My wife drew the logo first.
Wow.
You know, I gave her the idea because she got nice penmanship, so she drew it, and I still got the pictures in my phone, man. She drew it on just
what
notebook
year was this?
paper. This 16.
Okay.
Yeah, this 16. I started first with just writing the word "So 100," which is tatted on me.
Yeah.
I already, and then that was part of my rap. That was my thing.
Right.
Keeping it 100. Yeah, that's my motto. The code that I live by, the rule that I follow. I was on that already.
Yeah.
So being 100 was already part of me. And then, of course, IG came. I hit the J100, and so boom. I used to, if I see somebody do something real, my hashtag was hashtag So 100.
You was on the Welcome to My City.
I was on the Welcome to My City, Memphis. Yeah.
I remember that.
So boom, that merged into Beanie telling me that, and I'm like, damn, you right. So I instantly, man, pressed me up some shirts with just the word.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did then, how I started, I was just writing So 100 in different fonts on a t-shirt. Okay. I used different fonts and just twist it like that. Yeah. I had no logo yet. But me being the visionary that I am, I'm like, all right, I got to put a logo to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I said with wifey, I'm like, I need something. And I was on, something that could be on a hat and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go together. So my wife, I came with the S1H idea. And she started drawing it in so few different. I'm like, it got to be fused together, but it got to be, it got to look like it go together.
Right.
And boom, man, we made that joint. And she drew that up, and I took that to Kelvin. Shout out to T-Shirt Lab. They don't even own it no more.
Okay.
They sold it, but I took it to Kelvin.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin took that little pencil and on a notebook paper.
Yeah.
And he digitized it. And that's what
there
came
you go.
at.
To this
he
day.
just digitized what was drawn on there. And she, hers is not as bulky, but it was that.
Right.
And he digitized that drawing. And I ran.
And when you saw it, you was like, that's it.
That's it. It's gone. I knew then. I said, I knew I had something then.
So let me ask you this. And I know I'm not interviewing you.
No, I love it. This is what this is about. Because guess what? When we keep rolling, you're going to have more conversations with me.
It's a conversation.
I'm with you.
So what did you, if you had to say one major thing you have learned from the apparel industry, what would you say to this day based on your experience?
Based on my experience, what I would say is,
like, if you were starting all over today with the knowledge that you know,
I would first of all, I would definitely slow my roll. And when I say that, I mean as far as inventory. I feel like marketing, the strategy that I use, is good to start up a brand. But if you want to really get it in motion, I think you really have to evaluate what brands normally do. So I would definitely say, instead of coming with so much, and this actually is part of my plan. When I relaunch, I'm gonna bring it in a different way. I'm gonna bring it more so how you see, if you we'll just say Nike, and I know you're familiar with Nike. So
absolutely.
We'll just say, instead of with Nike, how you say, just say Nike tech suits. They'll come with the seasonal colors, and that's your only option, maybe. You see what I'm saying? And I think that is important, to not try to satisfy the consumer. Like, don't let them tell you what they want.
Don't let them dictate.
Yeah.
You dictate what they
want.
want.
You dictate it and just release it and let it go. Like, this is what you have to buy. And like Nike, every brand does it. They put it out based off seasonal. You don't get a whole bunch. You get what we offer, and that's what you have to buy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say, if I was to run it back and relaunch, I would focus on that, and I kind of paid attention to some other brands after the fact. And big shout out to Tool and Ness. These guys don't know me. I don't know them personally, but They out of Alabama.
Yeah, I saw them actually on the podcast.
Two brothers.
Yeah, I saw them.
They
on,
dope,
They
man.
was on Big Facts
Yep.
podcast.
They sure was.
Yep,
Now,
yep.
I kind of took their formula and I said, if I relaunch, I'm going their route. And I liked, and then
Which was what?
Which was basically how
what you
major
just
brands,
said.
basically like they would just drop, just say their spring collection. Their spring collection made, so just say they decide we're gonna do pastels. They do pastel colors for the spring,
Right.
and boom. Now you keep the common colors, like you might keep black tees, white tees. You keep a couple of them. But when you launch that pastel, instead of satisfying every pastel that everybody want, no, I'm doing this yellow, this purple, and this turquoise.
Right.
And that's what you get.
That's what you get.
Yeah, and I learned that. I think that it's more of a respectable brand when you do it like that. When you basically moving like the corporate brands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the first thing that I would adjust. I wouldn't go and try to cover everybody and make sure I got something for everybody.
Gotcha.
I would regroup on that part of it. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to relaunch, that's definitely something I would do.
I want to segue for you and tell you that you were an inspiration for me.
Dig that. I appreciate you saying that too, because a lot of people, I know that,
Yeah,
and they won't say it though.
yeah. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that. I
And,
honor that, brother.
I respect how you was moving, and one thing that I did learn from you is that you have to be the brand,
For sure.
right?
For sure.
So it's different when you see it
Yeah.
on TV or if you see it on the internet or whatever,
Yeah.
versus you seeing it from somebody you know
Yeah.
who's really that
Tied
right?
to the brand. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to, so honestly, I didn't, even though I was already inspired before I knew, I didn't know I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And to the viewing public, what I mean is, and I'm going to segue for him because I know we was going to get to it.
Yeah.
But Big Energy apparel, Big Energy clothing. So it was during the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was like the worst and the best time for me. It was worse because, I know I lost 30,000 probably that year, just because everything was closed down.
Yeah.
But a couple of things happened from that.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that happened was, when you got that money coming in,
Yeah.
it's almost like you can't imagine what it's like without it, right?
Right.
So when you forced to be without it,
Yeah, make that adjustment.
then you realize that you can live without it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You're like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
now you thinking like, oh shit, when it
might as well.
Yeah, when it come back. But anyway, what it did was it allowed more time to open up creativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That the idea of this came to me
In that
right
time.
in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah. But you saying I gave you you knew from my inspiration made it like it's time
your
to go that route.
inspiration showed me like that you could do the brand and be the brand.
Yeah, I
like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I appreciate that, bro, for real.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I decided what I wanted to do, that's when I was like, okay, I can execute.
Yeah.
The inspiration was already there.
Yeah. You already peeped it, and you took right off with that shit. Then, boy, you took off. You end up in the mall.
I end up in the mall.
Yeah, you ended up in the mall. That
Like
was a power play.
it went crazy, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, so, like I was getting boxes of this shit
Yeah.
like every week. I'm talking about, nigga, it was like selling dope.
Yeah. You got
Like,
it
I'm
coming
talking about
in.
the shit
It's
was
coming in.
Man, this shit was all crazy. And even with that being said,
Yeah.
that's why I appreciate so much still being here now.
Yeah.
Because something can, I understand like the market changes and it's so much that can happen. So for me to know I started in 2020 and I'm still, see, I don't even look at it like, well, at this point I was getting 50 orders. At this point I got 10. At this point, I don't look at it like that.
Yeah, it gonna matter. Yeah.
I want to get something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as it's still moving.
Long as something's still moving.
As long as it's moving.
Because it might
matter.
be 10 this week.
Yeah.
It might be 5 this week. It might be 25 this week. That's how the shit be going. So it's kind of like.
Because you think that's how they buy Nike. That's how they buy Polo. You
Right,
don't run and
right.
just clear the rack every time they put it out, but you still going and buy it.
And and I realized that, you have to
believe, baby.
you got to believe it.
Believe.
That's it.
That's it. That's all that matters, man. And I learned that even just from what you saying, you believing in it, it make everybody else believe in it too.
Listen, you cannot wear So 100 if you not with.
So 100. Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
It don't work.
Right? So, big energy.
Yeah. You gotta
positive energy.
Yeah.
Vibrating to the highest frequency, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? When Lex walk in any room, the energy is good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna get the hugs. I'm gonna get the daps.
Yeah.
All that. Only because I feel like I earned it.
Yeah.
It goes back to what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, you have to earn it. Like, it's not expected. It's
Right.
about you only go get back the energy you give.
That you give out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what big energy is.
No doubt.
I ain't got to come in and be the loudest person in the room.
Yeah.
I ain't got, to me, big energy is your energy speaks for itself.
For sure.
Man, it's a good dude. I can dap him up.
Yeah. It's all love.
This is a good dude. I can hug him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
real shit.
That's what it means to me.
And I really like I said, I appreciate you for pointing that out, but I really think that because even with my influence from Baseball Rich, I still did it different.
Yep.
I still approached it different because like you said, I was approaching it for more so what I stand on. And that's what made me, man, I'm talking about for the first probably 3 years, I wore this shit every day. You hear me? I'm talking about every day.
Yeah.
I would not go out without So 100 on. I literally merged into where I wouldn't wear it every day once I got me some jewelry. And I wasn't even wearing jewelry like that. I got it just so I can be able to say, I'm
you still got it on.
So
yeah,
100, you know what I'm saying?
If you just got on the plain
if I
white
got
tee,
on, if I got on
still,
a cool, if I got on Gucci, I'm
yeah.
still gonna be able to throw that in the mix.
Right.
But until that point, bro, and my wife can vouch, man, I dedicated my life to wearing this shit every day.
Which is why you should never stop.
Yeah.
Like,
for real.
Fuck that.
I just had to I ran into a situation.
We talked about it.
Yeah, and so once that happened with with my order, and I had to regroup, I pretty much just ain't been able to go back yet.
So, what you think about? Because let's be very clear.
Yeah.
When I started this, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah. We win.
Still don't.
I'm with
to
you.
a certain
I
extent.
way. Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't know shit.
I just
you gotta
established
understand,
it
bro.
as
Like I came from throwing parties.
Yeah.
So I'm promoting this like a party.
But
right?
it was beautiful though.
And it worked.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah.
Let me look in the camera and say, shout out to everybody who ever bought Big Energy. Like, I love you. I appreciate you. And this shit ain't gonna stop. I'm still on their nicks, and there's more shit to come.
For sure.
But what I'm gonna say is that, you know, there's so many other things that I don't know when it comes to marketing a clothing
brand. Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
It's hard, man. But I'm gonna tell you the biggest key, man, and this is where I think it'll make a big difference for all of us. Mm-hmm. Don't focus on the city. See, we naturally did that because that's who we had access to. But I learned, man, that ain't how it's supposed to work. So when you say marketing, you got to expand your marketing mind way beyond, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to sell a shirt here. But if you take that same concept and push that same concept everywhere else, you're going to see a big difference. I learned that when I set up my website and I was getting so many people that would inquire maybe on like Facebook or something. But when I set up my website, I'm getting orders. I actually was at a point where I was getting orders, and I was like,
that you couldn't even
get these.
Couldn't even handle.
It threw me off to where I actually had to shut down the online and try to do it, say, through like Instagram or Facebook, to where like, just holler at me so I can make sure I got the inventory for it.
So, not to cut you off, let me go back to the store thing for a minute.
Yeah.
I do want to speak on it.
Yeah, for sure.
In all honesty, it's two things I think could have happened with it.
With the wolf chase.
With the wolf chase.
Uh-huh.
I think that it either could have been the move was too fast, or it could have been I didn't stick it out long enough, right?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you,
and the reason I say this is because what happened was when I had the store, right?
Yeah.
People were still contacting me directly for orders. I'm trying to push them to go to the store, and they like, no, I want to go to the store.
Yeah.
So after 2 or 3 months, I'm looking at the numbers in the store,
and
I'm looking at what I'm doing.
You still coming out the trunk, getting real.
I'm still coming out the trunk, and I'm like, okay,
Now I'm gonna tell you, that's a prime example.
And I want to put that out there for anybody who thinking about.
But that's a prime example, though. Think about this like this here. If you would have had that same opportunity in, say, we'll just say something like Nashville, it would have went totally different. You see what I'm saying? See, a motherfucker, because you got to think Memphis is not big at all. So, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
You saying because they had access to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they know who it is.
Yeah.
That's the nigga that be promoting the parties. That's too easy to pass up. So you drop that same store in the mall in Nashville. What's big? Oh, dang, I like that color.
Yeah.
Now they separate you. Now it's just like, you know, when we see just a store just fall into the mall, we're like, damn, it's a new store in there. They look at it totally different. It's because, and then another thing, I'm gonna say this: you started pushing on the streets first.
Yep.
So if you would have said, I'm launching Big Energy, and boom, it's in the mall, it's a different approach too.
I can see that.
Yeah. So once you start coming out the trunk with it, and I talk about, shout out to my boy PVO, man.
Shout out
Positive
PVO,
vibes only, man. Shout out to James, man. I tell him the same. I give him the same information. We was chopping it up. I'm like, at some point, you have to elevate to non-accessible for it to carry on and get to where you want it to go. And don't get me wrong, you can stay out the trunk and just get your bread, but they gonna always see your brand as a brand out the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I would say salute you for even, and I think even with me and PVO, like, cause we done had several conversations.
Yeah.
And I think that the mutual respect of sharing game.
Yeah.
You know, for you to even give that type of game.
Yeah.
You know, being in the same, you know,
in the same field. Yeah.
same industry.
Yeah.
You know, that says a lot.
Yeah. I'm like, look, you once you elevate it, they see it, they look at it on another level. Mm-hmm. But as long as, like I said, if you can come and grab it out the trunk or just call me, and you ain't gonna want to treat it like you treat that motherfucking Nike or Polo said that you gotta go to Macy's and grab. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's a normal way for us as human beings. We normally it's almost like, if I know good and well, I can get this same thing by calling my boy and meet him at the Exxon. Why in the hell am I going out here paying taxes and going? Man, no. And respectfully, you just have to spend it on people sometime and like, I ain't doing it like that no more. But what I learned that that part right there where you start out the trunk is a great way to build it. Mm-hmm. But you, as the individual who started it, gotta put a ceiling on that. Because if you don't, your consumers never will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you look at your brand, you gotta say, okay, I done ran out the trunk for 6 months. It ain't no different than the music. You done been at the store pushing CD now.
Right.
Man, you got to take care of the Best Buy, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the same thing, the same concept when it comes to that. It's like, okay, the brand, you pick it up and get it going, but at some point, you have to hit that switch and say, nah.
What's important, too, during that out the trunk phase is that, it gives you the confidence to know if you got something.
It will sell, yeah.
Just like you said with the music.
Yeah.
Ludacris, and the reason I know this, because we was actually on the same label at some point. Before he even got to Def Jam.
Yeah.
We had, it was a company called SMD, Southern Music Distribution, in Atlanta.
Okay.
That we had me and Shine had got a deal with my brother and them group, LI.
Okay.
Lil Jon, Ludacris, and Yin Yang Twin. I'm just finna bring it back.
Yeah. They were all on that.
They was all on SMD at first.
Okay.
And the reason they knew it was gonna work because they had already done it independently.
Yeah.
So to tie it back to the clothing, you have to do that to know if you got something.
Yeah, is it worth even going forward? Yeah. And just think about it, like you said, just like you said with when I started my brand, and on into where I end up creating the logo, and I done all this in that first year, the logo, and then my slogan.
Did you do the brand ambassadors and all that?
What you mean?
How important do you think that is?
I think it's very important, but it's just local. Who you got to think, and I'm talking about.
I see what you're saying.
The local influencers, but I tapped into a few celebs and got something to them.
So you saying even if the person got how many followers, but they local,
it'll influence the local. It'll influence the local a little bit, but. Until you get on a main stage, on a main platform, you get an influencer that's on that level. Like, shout out to Tommy. Tommy repped my shit one time, and that drew some attention.
Who?
But Tommy from
Power
Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, Tommy.
The female. Yeah. Big shout out to Tommy. A shout out to Waka Flocka old girl,
Tammy.
Tammy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tammy. She jumped in at one time. Shout out to my boy Bangladesh, which is my boy Hoss cousin, the big producer that made a million.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Bangladesh. He had an event, and Tommy was at his event, and they took pictures on his platform. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So those moves, they count, but one thing about that is you need to capitalize.
All right. Stay right there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. when you focus on other shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How far do you think the brand can go if you're not putting damn near 100% into the brand?
That's a good question. But I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. That's almost an open-ended question because you have to know your target market for sure. But I actually will piggyback off what I was saying. Locally, you have to get out of that mindset. You have to take it to another level. So like you said, once you find out you got something, you can't bank off the locals to take it there. Once
I'm talking about the time and energy you put into it.
Yeah.
Okay, like you're doing a podcast.
Yeah. So you saying
you
how
barber.
long before I say, man, this shit ain't working?
Well, what I'm saying is not even it. I'm saying realizing that it might not be working because I'm not putting enough time
Oh, yeah,
into it.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. The time, I think the time ain't the thing. It's about the capitalization. It's about where you taking it.
Okay.
Like you can, it's one thing to push it locally, but you take that same drive to a pop-up shop that you did here, you catch you a pop-up shop in a whole nother city and sell out. You know what I'm saying? The chance of that happening.
So, but that goes back to what I'm saying though.
Like how soon should you do
No,
that?
I'm saying not how soon you're gonna do it or if you're gonna do it. Because what you're saying is true. But I'm saying how many people actually do that?
Yeah, a lot of us don't do it because
if you got other shit going on, if you got other means of income,
yeah.
if you got like to me, it almost seemed like
you have to be in it 100 to get it all.
It feels like that, and I'm just asking. I'm having a conversation because
I'm with you. For really, and I totally get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro, but I think that with fashion, it ain't no loop on that. It ain't no time on that because fashion don't stop.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really feel like you go to your closet. How many brands do you got? You probably can't count them all. You know what I'm saying? So I think with fashion, it's about having the merchandise available for the time.
If somebody come to you and say, "Hey, man, it's a trade show in Vegas in February, right?"
Yeah.
This March. Somebody say it's February, right? February come. You be like, "Oh, for real? Okay, cool."
Yeah.
February come. You're not there, right? First year. You run to that same person again that year and they be like, "Man, I told you should have." And you be like, "Man, you right."
Yeah.
Like, all right, man, it's coming up again. Second year come. You ain't there.
Yeah.
Right? To me, and I'm just using this as an example.
I'm with you.
For me personally, it would make a person question how much you want it because the people at that trade show, to me,
are the ones who really want it. You think? That's how
yeah,
you
I
look
feel
at
like
it.
they more into it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
more,
They're more
so
committed. The commitment is
the
there.
commitment.
But that's one thing about it. It's like maybe you're not just there yet to be able to be in that element.
Okay,
But that
that's
don't
true.
mean your brand can't keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, you found out you got something. This shit'll sell. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if one person will buy it, a million people will buy it.
That's fake.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If one person to buy it, it's a million people that will. You just got to find them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm talking about one person outside of your support. I'm talking about a person to be like, let me get that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you get that one person, it's millions or more that will be just like them, right?
Mm.
But you're not always in the right space to be able to be at that show. Or to catch that opportunity, just like kind of like being a barber and you saying going to the Bronner Brothers show out there in Atlanta or something. I've been to a few of them, you know what I'm saying? I've copped supplies, I bought clippers, but I ain't been to one in years. That don't make me less of a barber.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that when you talk about that, in that field, of course, it makes a difference if you can catch one of those opportunities, but just because you're not catching it first year, second, don't mean you're not worthy of establishing that
I
brand.
appreciate that perspective.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked is because I was presented with those opportunities.
And you felt like you should have been there.
I felt like I should have been
Yeah,
there. And
yeah.
Of course, it didn't make me feel like it was gonna stop nothing.
Right. I'm
But
with you.
you know, just as you evaluate the whole scenario of
Yeah,
everything,
overall, yeah.
you start thinking like, wait a minute, am I doing enough?
Yeah,
type
I'm
thing.
with you. I'm with
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
And I run into that just by having so much on my plate, just having so many hustles and trying to do so much. I run into that where I feel like I'm falling short in one business, trying to push the other. You know what I'm saying? And it's been times where I consider saying, "Oh, well, I ain't gonna do that," but it won't let me. It be always something just like, nah.
Right.
Keep doing, and then even just hearing somebody like yourself just talk, and you say, "Man, you inspired me, bro." That let me know.
Yeah, that's
let
a
me
fact.
make sure I keep my shit going when I can. You know what I'm saying?
That's an absolute fact, and I don't like. I want you to keep going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
come on,
it.
I'm like, come on, bro. You inspired me. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
you can't quit. Yeah,
like what they go.
Yeah, what that look like?
You see what I'm saying?
But
so you gotta think about it, man. Like, it's still like everything has changed.
Yeah.
Like from when we started.
Yeah.
You know, you started 6 years before me.
Yeah.
No, 4 years before me. But I'm saying,
yeah.
So everything has changed. You got all these platforms.
Yep.
You got shout out my little sister Danny, Big Fine Jones on TikTok.
Yeah.
She just reached 20,000 followers on TikTok.
Okay.
I want to shout her out, but I'm saying that's something I couldn't even fathom.
Yeah.
At some point, you see what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So when I say things are changing, meaning that it's almost like, okay, you got to spread yourself across these platforms.
Yeah.
You got to, it's just a lot that come into it.
It's so many ways you can get in now.
Yep.
It's so many ways to do it now. Yeah. And then even with you saying that, like having a sister with 20,000, you can using her platform to tap in.
Yeah.
But I really feel like the biggest thing, bro, is just take your mind out of the local. If you take your mind beyond the local, you'll realize that you really got something.
And I'm gonna tell you, bro, my brother Fleetwood, like he always say that.
Yeah.
Like what you saying.
Yeah.
He preached it.
Yeah.
He's always on.
I'm gonna tell you what I say, bro, and you're a go getter too.
Yeah.
I really be feeling like if I take my same hustle on everything I do to plenty of other major cities, I feel like it'll be like, pew.
It's fixed.
I feel like even with music, like I feel like I was talented enough to where if I would have been in Atlanta when that Atlanta took off, pew, I feel like I really would be in the mix and not even bragging. I just feel like I had what it took to get in there. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like my location held me back.
Yeah, because we weren't there yet.
Like,
the whole Memphis takeover happened years later.
Yeah. And now, of course, it's gaining momentum and the light is shining on us and everybody looking. But, of course, we ain't rapping no more. You know what I'm saying? But we in other lanes now. You know what I'm saying? And this platform is one of them that I think has that
we
potential.
Creatives.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's one thing, and I want everybody to understand, like, you know, your creativity is your biggest thing that you have, because you can always, you know, my creativity during the pandemic is what created this.
Yeah. For real.
You know, so if you had it, like, you always gonna have a vehicle to move, make something happen.
Yeah, that's why I say I label myself a visionary, and I didn't even say this, man. I say this, and I say this respectfully, man. I'm millions of dollars worth of nigga. I ain't got $1 million. I'm not a millionaire, but my vision and the things that I can, you know what I'm saying, put together in my mind, I'm millions of dollars worth of nigga, man. I just every time I may not have the means to move on the idea at times, but when you really put it in perspective, man, and really think about, and it's a lot of things we don't even have access to being in Memphis, just saying in Memphis.
Yeah.
It's a lot of investors in the industry that we don't have access to. They don't look at us because, of course, they're going where if you can go, like say you're going fishing.
Okay.
If you finna go fishing, you're going to go where the fish population is larger.
Right.
Instead of going over here to this little pond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to go and fish over here. So now I think Memphis is getting that light to be like, okay, that's one of those ponds. So, of course, I think you'll get that light shined on us a little bit more, but it's also those people that are in those positions that they know, I might as well just stay here in Cali and wait on it to come to me. I might as well stay in Atlanta or New York or whatever and wait on it. And when I see it, oh, there it goes. But it's people like you and I who say, you be that one little mother, you be like, hey, don't forget this pond over here, man, because we working. And I think if we stay consistent and just stay on our grind in some shape, form, or fashion.
Go back, and you got to believe in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, like, when I started this, I believed in it so much that my thought process wasn't on who go fuck with it or this and that. I believed in it.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And it went from there. Like,
that's all it take, bro. For real, man. And I appreciate you asking me those questions because you really put something on my mind. It made me think about it too, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. So, as we take it towards the end, man, I wanna ask you, man, tell me something that you believed as a child that you don't believe today.
Whoa. I
know that's a cold one, man, because it's a lot of things, and it's hard to unbelieve some things. And I'm talking about, of course, not the obvious shit, you know, Santa Claus and those shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something that it could have been something you taught, something you were taught, something you just learned, or something you thought. But just tell me something that you believed as a child, but as a man, you know damn well that shit was all wrong.
So what I believed or what I thought was that struggle was necessary.
Mm.
I thought that it had to be a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you know,
That's the only
your
way you can
lights,
get to
your
it.
lights getting cut off.
Damn. Was
No,
normal.
you got to boil water because there ain't no power just to take a bath.
Yeah.
I thought that, you know, getting evicted, now you got to move in with your auntie.
Yeah.
Now you got to move in. I thought that was normal.
Wow.
And I grew up to understand and realize that that doesn't have to be your
It don't
reality.
have to be your reality. Yeah.
You know, and because that was my reality, there's a lot of values that I still have today.
Yeah.
Going back to your humble question,
Yeah.
a lot of my humility comes from that.
Okay.
You know, me and my brother was talking about this one time, right? And I asked him, I said, because I didn't even know nobody else did it, but I seen him. We was roommates, right?
Uh-huh.
And I saw that when the soap got small, he would get another soap, but he kept the small one. And I saw that and I was like, I do that too. And I realized what that came from was not knowing when you was going to get some more soap.
One. Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now you just got little
just
pieces of
yeah,
soap
yeah.
just everywhere. Because guess what? When that one moment come that you ain't got no more soap,
you put all of it together.
you pull it together or just get what you can get off that.
Yeah,
you know?
off that little piece. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that was the main thing, is that I learned that in order not to struggle, what do I need to do?
Okay.
What does that mean? Does that mean keeping this job?
Yeah.
Does that mean not calling in? Does that mean not being late?
Whatever it take.
What does it take to not go back to that?
I can dig that.
What does it take to make sure my kids don't have to boil water to take a bath?
So basically, what you thought was normal, you grew up to realize that it don't have to be that way. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's deep, bro. That's deep.
Yeah.
For real. Damn, that's deep as hell. And then to know that you say your brother had it, it affected him the same way.
Facts. We in the same house. Like, it's certain, like, it's like, really, we ain't looking at it, but it's trauma.
Yeah, technically it's trauma. Yeah. It's indirect.
It's indirect. Like, somebody may look at it like, oh, it's just. But what I'm saying is, there are small triggers and traumas that stay with you.
Yeah, that's real.
You know?
No doubt, that's real, bro. For real. That's a D one.
Yeah,
okay.
What's up?
All right. I want you to finish a sentence for me, man. And it's real simple, but it really make your mind wonder a little bit. It hurts me to see. Just finish that with whatever you want to put in it. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot of different answers to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurts me to see.
It hurts me to see what's going on with the youth.
Yeah, I get that answer a lot.
Because when we were younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that we didn't do dumb shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
but we still kind of had a a
Moral compass,
vision.
yeah, moral compass.
Not only that, but we still had a vision of, you know, a value of what we could possibly become at
Yeah,
some
yeah,
point.
yeah. Now it don't matter.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
that's one thing. And then it hurts me to see the level of competition that exists that don't have to be there.
Yeah.
Um, I'm more so on the mind frame of, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right?
Yeah.
Not too long ago, you know, I called PVO, I called my boy T-Mobile, called my boy E Harris, and I was like, look, you know, let's get together and do this day party, right?
Yeah.
Uh, different sides of the city,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so in my mind, why can't you get 10 people together? Just do 10 people together and do 4,000 people at a venue.
Yeah.
Put up the money. Everybody put up the money. Everybody put up 2,000, man. Let's put 20,000 on marketing.
Yeah.
Let's get
And take it,
4,000
yeah.
people and make 200,000.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Makes
so
sense.
I think that for a lot of people, it's just gonna be like, man, this shit never happened. Niggas ain't gonna do this and that. So I hate to see that. I hate to see that 10 people can't get together
And make something
and
say.
bust it down. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Everybody leave with 10,
Yeah.
15,000.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big ass event.
For real. That
You know,
can happen.
So
But you feel like the competitiveness stops that from happening.
yeah, that and I mean egos. I think, and that's not with everybody.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
totally get it.
there
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
there's a lot of collaborations that's going on
Definitely, yeah.
that make a lot of sense. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
The collaboration, you know, with my guys work. I see a lot of people that got their people that they work with, and it works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
for sure.
and that's respectable.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, I don't know if it's almost kind of like a stigma that because it's Memphis,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
But
you know, we got that stigma
in
now.
reality,
It can be done.
It can be done.
Yeah. You just got to put your pride aside.
Yeah,
and
that's
go
it.
and make it happen.
That's
yeah.
it.
And then, you know, another thing, it goes back to that loyalty and throw another word in there, trust. Because, see, a lot of times you get people that, you know, like we were saying earlier, I might trust you, but then you bring him in, I don't trust him. You know what I'm saying? Or check this out. Say you trust me and you say, this other person like, well, nah, them niggas be hollering Jones, boy, so he might want to hit me for 2,000, hit J1 for 1.
Yeah.
And J1 get the same money. You know, they get to thinking like that.
It is a lot. And it's, and also it's the aspect of people pulling their weight.
Yeah.
You know,
it ain't gonna happen without me type vibe.
Yeah, or you might have a person that be like, oh shit, I got these niggas. No, I got these niggas. I ain't got to do too much.
Yeah, okay.
So I might not even go as hard because they go hard.
Let them do all the work, and I reap the benefits in the end.
So I understand why.
Right. But like you said, I guarantee you though, it is a group of like-minded people that'll sit down and come to grips with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be a good power play. You know what I'm saying? Just to make happen. You know.
Yeah, those just
ideas.
My visions.
They come to mind. Yeah. No doubt, man.
and let me say this before we go.
Yeah.
Even outside of this, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about all this.
Anything.
Like, everything I'm talking about has already been. Me and Jay Spicer got a whole script right now that we've been sitting on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that could be done with people coming together. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I'm with you too, bro.
And sometimes one of us gotta, take the lead. And be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm just really about like, man, I love the city.
Yeah.
And I fuck with everybody who making something happen. Everybody who even trying to make something happen. Like, I think that we all benefit and we all win when we collaborate with each other. Yeah, collaborate. Yeah,
for sure. I totally agree, bro. I do agree, and I can see that vision, and I think I've seen it a lot, man. I've been wanting to say a lot about Memphis in the sense of, you might say I've said if this happens, this will change the whole trajectory of this city. And it's been a few situations and a few circumstances that I wish they could have hashed out before something bad happened, but of course we too late to get to that. But
right.
I definitely said if these two brothers would say, "I squash that," it'd change how people's mindset is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's an embedded mentality in Memphis that. And I'm able to separate myself, even though I am a Memphian now. Mm-hmm. I'm able to step back and look at it and say, man, if it was just this, it would be cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It'd be like that if you just did this. But, of course, me not being a Memphian gonna say, you just don't get it, my nigga. Yeah, we can't do that. I've had people say that like, shit, hell no, that ain't gonna happen. And I'd be like, but if it did, it would change everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to see it like that, but I totally get it. But what I'm gonna do, and I'm sure what you gonna do, is keep on grinding, bro. We just gonna keep on pushing and pushing what we got going, and then hopefully that shit trickle down into other individuals, and maybe we can come together. I mean, of course, we can. You know what I'm saying? We know we can do, but I
wanna. I mean, to your point, you right. So I wanna shout out all the promoters. I wanna really shout out Salt Bistro right now, and I wanna shout out Serve. Those are the two places that I'm actively promoting and marketing.
Yeah,
I wanna shout out Thrive.
Shout out to Brownlee. Shout out
Brownlee. Yeah. Shout out Vito, Will,
all them guys.
You know what I'm saying? Like here's the thing, right? One thing about the promotion businesses is right. Mm-hmm. Your crowd from 10 years ago might not necessarily be your crowd now.
Yeah, you gotta get with the new program.
But the ones that's still there, you have to make sure you have a outlet for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
because if somebody was 24 10 years ago, they 34 now, they different.
On a different thing, yeah.
I've had people, and I was talking to DJ Bay, shout out Bay.
Yeah, big shout out to Bay.
Me and him was talking one day, and I was telling him that my passion for this now ain't the money. Yeah. My passion now is the fact that grown people still have coming out. Somewhere to go.
So that consistency is what
because they just want to go somewhere and feel safe.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
They still want to celebrate their birthday. They still want to turn up. They still want to invite their friends and
Damn
family
right.
and coworkers out.
You just gotta
have
be
a
safe.
great time.
Yeah.
And feel safe.
Yeah, gotta be safe.
Now, it ain't that many of us doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
You talk about within the safe environment.
Yeah, I'm saying within, like, the promoters in Memphis that's even got some real motion. It's 10.
Yeah,
It ain't
yeah.
that many.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you're talking about the spectrum of the grown crowd,
Yeah.
it's almost like we got a duty to keep something
Provide
going.
something, yeah.
And that's what makes me happy now.
Yeah.
Because I still like to go out, right?
Right.
So I understand when I get my classmates that come out celebrate their birthday and stuff like that. I'm like, okay.
You know what they need too.
Exactly.
Because you out on that same scene.
Exactly. So I mean, so that's my motivation now.
Okay.
When it comes to that. I mean, the money is great.
Of course.
But I'm saying, like, it's beyond that. It's like,
That's what's up. What's up. I totally get it, bro. Well, do this for me, man, before we go.
Okay.
I want you to share with the people what's your vision for Delax, for Big Energy, for Party Kings, everything that you got going. What's your vision for the next, I'm going to just say 3 years. I ain't going to say 5. I was going to say 5, but I want you to kind of tighten it up. What you got planned, and what's your vision for everything that you have going in the next 3 years?
If I could say one word, I would say consistency. I want to stay consistent. I want to, for those who know, me and my team are part of some of the biggest festivals in Memphis. The Mimosa Festival.
Yep.
We got the Casapalooza Festival coming up.
Yeah.
The R&B Festival was last year. So there are other festivals that are coming up that is on the, that people
In the making.
In the making.
I got you.
So I would say that that's a major part of the future.
Okay.
For that part of it. For Big Energy, it's basically just, keeping up with.
Keep it going.
Where fashion is going.
Okay.
And to your point, it's about expanding. You know what I'm saying? Outside the city.
Yeah. Website is the key, bro.
Yeah.
Website is the key. Website gonna probably be, and you'll find that everybody will shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody will shop. So I would definitely say, just that would be my jewel to drop to you. Website gonna be the key.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then also I want to say, for those who don't know, back in 2010, we started an event called the All Pink Gala.
Okay.
Which was a
breast cancer. Breast cancer awareness.
So we did it at Pink Palace.
Okay.
So me, myself, my team, my brother, T Malone, we got together and we put that together. So that's something else that we're talking about bringing back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a lot of people came to that and it was for a good cause. So we definitely want to make sure that, like, we want to give something back.
Okay.
Like, we don't just, it's cool, come
get all the money.
Yeah. This and that and all that, but we definitely
got to give back.
We definitely want to get something back too.
That's what's up, bro.
So look forward to the All Pink Gala, like, making a return.
Okay.
Soon.
All right. So, and you already said the places you marketing and promoting with right now. You let them know that.
Serve, we there every Thursday.
Okay.
And there's Salt every Friday.
Okay.
And then also at Salt, we promoting Saturday brunch.
Yeah.
Saturday nights, we got the live band.
Yeah.
And we also promote the all-day Sunday brunch at Salt.
Dig that. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, well, y'all tap in with my guy, man. They got a lot of great things going. Let me say now, bro, I salute you. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors, man. Everything you got going, man. I hope
Appreciate
you max
you,
it
bro.
out, bro. For real.
Appreciate it.
You max it out, man. You know it's all love with us, man. The Jones boy way.
Man,
You
they
know
don't
what I'm
even know,
saying?
man.
They don't
This
even know.
shit real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sticks and Stones too, man.
Yeah.
Them my
Yeah,
nephews
that's my
over
bro.
there, man.
Yeah, that's my brothers,
already
man.
know.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know it's love. Big shout out to them. I just want you to keep grinding, bro. Keep your vision going. I appreciate you sharing your story and your grind with us. You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And like I said, I wish you the best in all your future endeavors, my boy.
Man, salute. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, and thanks again for coming on the platform, man. I
Absolutely,
appreciate
man. Whenever,
it, man.
matter of fact, don't let this be the last time.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm saying?
definitely gonna have to revisit.
I want to tap back in.
Yeah,
with
we're
you.
gonna come back around and get an update. I'm with
Shout
that.
out to the Red Cup boys, man.
Yeah.
Jay Spicer, B Hall.
Yeah.
We got
Big shout out to
stuff
them
coming
guys.
up too, man. For real.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. Well, that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because I do it the So 100 way.
Yo.
And big shout out to my guests, my guy, man, my family. Delax Jones in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Salute.
Salute.